Welcome back to Jack Wagon Garage. As I was wrapping up my last video, I was in the stepson's car here, 04 Impala, we call Fred. And you know, it's 100 degrees in the car. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna turn the air on just to cool me off. So, got her on max, and I noticed it's blowing out 93 degrees. You know, it's like 100 in the car, 103. So follow along as I do some Shadetree diagnostic. So I left the car running, and you can clearly see the compressor clutch is not engaged. So I have a set of gauges, but I don't have the 134A fitting, so I have a leftover can of, there's probably 3/4 full of this AC Pro, and it has the gauge on it. First thing I'm going to do is plug this into the low port and see if I get a reading. And if I do, then we're going to diagnose the relay, possibly fuses, possibly the connection at the clutch. So let's get started and see if I get lucky. So the low side port is back on the firewall. I'm going to see if I can zoom in back there. Nah, let's bring this in. It is right here. So I'm going to take this cap off, set it aside, making sure I don't lose it. Let me get this back on the tripod. And we're going to hook this up. Well, it looks like we got zero pressure, so I'm going to see if I can get anything in there at all. Okay. There goes the compressor. Okay, it kicked on. Nice. I think we got lucky and the thing was just empty. I'm just going to keep adding. And squeezing the trigger. This is... Yeah, this can. Still quite a bit left in here. Tip it upside down. Shake it a little bit. Yeah, look at that. It's still filling. This thing was empty. So it probably means there's a leak somewhere. Yeah, this can is almost out, and we're still on the low end. I think the fan's popped on, but we're gonna check that compressor. Yeah, the compressor's spinning. Yeah, I see the clutch is engaged now. I don't think the cooling fan's kicked on though. Well, the can is completely empty. Still fluctuating a little bit. I need to get the real gauges and look at that, but let's see how cool we're doing on the interior here. Now it's only coming out at 82. This side, holy shit, 66. Yeah, I think that's a sign of it is charged, but not fully, because the passenger side is a lot colder than the driver. Yeah, so we do need to add more refrigerant to this. Okay, and that's all the refrigerant I have, so I'm gonna have to go buy some more. Maybe I'll get some with a little bit of stop leak in it. I don't know. This car is 16 years old and it's just now showing signs of AC problems. There's probably some leaks in the rubber lines. I couldn't hear anything leaking out. Actually, we'll shut the car off and we'll see if we can hear anything hissing out. Might see a little water down there because I just topped off the radiator. But I don't see or hear anything hissing out, nothing obvious. That little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's usually a plastic fitting down in this area somewhere that, you can't see it on the camera, but straight down, I think you, let's see if I can point the laser from my temp gun at it. That thing right there, that little plastic fitting, I've seen, I had a buddy had an Impala where that thing just completely busted off and leaked everywhere, and it is intact here. So I'm gonna, yeah, and look, resting. So it says to me the compressor is working, the relay is working. She just needs a little bit more of a charge. Okay, I did get the fans to kick on. I pulled out each one of these relays and sanded down the terminals and pushed them back in. I checked the fuses. Now they're going. So I think we just need to top this refrigerant off. I think we should be good. So the system capacity is 2.30 pounds, which is 36.8 ounces, I believe. And this can had 17 ounces when it was full. Figured there was probably 12 in there. So, and I don't think this system is completely empty. I'm gonna go buy 2 small 12-ounce cans and add one at a time and see what I come up with. All right, and just like that, I'm back from AutoZone with some more refridge. Okay, let's get a look at that. About the same spot we were. I think I want to get it. It's dropping a little bit. I'll make sure I get most of this can in there. This one's pretty much empty. That was another 12 ounces. What did I say? 36.8 is full. Alright, on to can number 2. Or 3, I suppose you'd call it. This camera over so I can get on. Why am I having trouble getting this down? There it is. Okay. Engine must be getting really hot. So I'm going to go ahead and unclip this. Put the cap back on. Alright, let's get a reading. Driver's side's 57, passenger side is 50. A little bit behind. Now this is saying 49, 46, 42. What do we hear? 38. We got, alright, let's reset this. 68 on the floor. 77, we're here. Wow. No. 36, wow. 30. Yes, she's coming down. I think we got her. This is jack wagonry at its finest. So I got about half of that last can in. And now we're blowing ice cold air. And I suppose I'll check back with it in a couple weeks and see if it's still holding pressure. I didn't hear any obvious leaks. And you know, this thing, 16 years old, it's reasonable to expect that some of that refrigerant leaked out. So I didn't really have to get into diagnosing anything much further than the pressure. It was out of refrigerant. I was expecting like I was gonna have to replace the clutch or a relay or a fuse, kind of dig it, get a little down and dirty a little more. But this is Shadetree Mechanics 101, and that's what my channel's all about. So, if you enjoyed the content, if it helped you in any way, give me a like and hit the subscribe button for more DIY Shadetree mechanicry. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.